Hi, my name is Donna Caldera. I'm principal of the Alfred E. Burr School in Hartford, Connecticut. We are very excited. This year has been a tremendous year for us. We've had Hartford Performs, or the Arts Integration Program, in our school for the first year. And it has been tremendously positive experience for not only our students, our teachers, our parents, our whole community. We are a community school as well, and we're finding that everyone is just really benefiting from the program. We are just thrilled to be a part of it. We are already planning our summer program and how we're going to extend this into our community school program in the summer, and we're looking forward to next year. We've already had, as a matter of fact, a couple of artists who have come even as an extended time. They were so impressed with the way our students just became so engrossed in their program that they came in and did additional work with the students and the teachers. And it's inspiring teachers to become inspired about a different way of teaching. And it's a way to introduce the curriculum, which they're using, through painting, through acting, through drama, through music, and it's a fun way. Students are learning without even realizing that they're learning. It's also provided our students and families with exposure to lots of different art forms, such as ballet, going to museums, how to look at art pieces, how to act in a museum, what you look for, what you do. Some of our parents have been going along on these trips, and they've never been to these places which are local, which are right in their own communities. We've had a fabulous year, and we are just so happy and really thrilled that this opportunity has been given to our students, our families, our teachers, and our community. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Joe DeGrossa. I'm the assistant principal here at Maria Sanchez School. Because one of the things that we as a staff have discussed over the last several years is the need for our students to have prior knowledge and exposure to things in the community, so that when they do their academic work, especially specifically reading, there's more of a real connection to the real world. And what we have found is that through the activities with Hartford Performs and some of the activities, we have been able to create that spark of creativity and thinking out of the box, which is so important for a lot of our kids. So it's encouraging and motivating the students to want to read, and they're actually they're pressuring the teacher to do more of this. And to me, it's a positive reinforcement of reading, and that's what we want. We want our kids to be excited about reading. Kids are excited about reading, they're going to want to read. If they're bored about reading, they're not going to touch a book. So this is a win-win. When you have children tell you, this is my first visit to the museum, okay, we know the connection between children being able to explore, come back, reflect, and then be able to, document through journal writing. That is going to enhance their testing, it's going to enhance their writing, and it's going to enhance their overall academic achievement. There is a direct connection. And I believe there is research that will tell you that. The innate creativity in our kids, and it needs to blossom, because when that blossoms, the spark to go further into inquiry academically will be there naturally, and that's what we want. We want the kids to naturally want to explore the world around them through reading, through math, through science, through the arts. So with Hartford Performs, we have now been able to enhance the reality of the arts and the connection to the arts and the creativity that we're trying to encourage and generate in our students. So it's been phenomenal. It's been a perfect mix.
Hi, my name is Tammy Casil. I'm the principal of the Breakthrough 2 School. We're located at 395 Lime Street, and our overall theme is character education. It really has allowed our teachers to work together in booking the artists to come in or booking field trips for our students to go on, and really having the teachers to collaborate on how they're going to integrate that into their curriculum that they're using in the classroom. So I think it's really brought our whole school together. We have not had a general music or art or music teacher in our building, with the exception of our first year. And so when we had the opportunity to participate in Hartford Performs, our teachers were very excited about it. I think the one great thing about it is that it involves the teacher. So it's not like, the artists come in and then the teacher, leaves the classroom. The teachers are very involved with the artists and communicating with them prior to either them coming or the children going. I love having the artists come into our building because I love to, one, show off our school, and so I always invite the artists to go on a tour and to see the different classrooms, not just the particular classroom that they're working with. So anytime we have somebody coming into the building, it's very exciting. It's a visitor and our kids get very excited about that, but just the opportunity that they bring to our children and allowing them to participate in certain programs that otherwise they wouldn't be exposed to is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity in their classroom. And so it was a wonderful opportunity for the kids to really enhance their learning as to what they might have been learning about in their classroom and see it in a different way other than, the typical pencil paper. How can they sing it? How can they dance it? How can they color it? So it's really enhanced our children's learning, and I think that has gotten them to be excited about writing and being able to go to a museum and then come back and really share out their experience and put that down on paper has only helped them. So.
Hello, I'm Nicholas Jones Jr., principal at Simpson Waverly Pre-K-8 School. The impact that Hartford Performs has had has been one of growth. When we see our students in math, concepts in math, when you see the concepts in reading and in writing, you see increases in all of those areas because, I believe, because of the infusion that has taken place, the integration that has taken place with arts and Hartford Performs. So the teachers are very excited about infusing and integrating arts into the curriculum. When the artist isn't here, they implement the various strategies within the classroom to enhance the instructional climate in the classroom. The artists, when they do come in, the students love working with them. They do an awesome job with connecting with our students, as well as creating that rapport with the students, where the students look forward to when they come in again. And so it's a win-win. Our first art show, where kids performed. We had an awesome turnout with parents and students and teachers, and where the students utilized what they had here, learned here, and through our arts, with our art technology class and our regular arts class, they were able to put on their first art show. We had performances from students rapping to spoken word to singing, and then we had the display of the various pieces of art, from 3D pieces like our city vision, and we had one group that created a 3D project to explain Egypt as well as Africa. So those kind of things were displayed as well. So it has, when we talk about the positive impacts, it has allowed the kids to become more excited about art, and so where they wanted to put on an art program, art show. So kudos.
My name is Esmeralda Michelle, and I am the Dean of Students at Breakthrough Magnet School. First of all, to have first and second graders be able to be captivated for a long enough time can be a difficult task, and the resident artist that came in really was able to focus and work with them, and they were just utterly enthralled and engaged in what they were doing. With regards to the responses from the teachers, they've been very positive. They felt that the programs really tied in with our curricular goals here that we have with our school. They felt really empowered in being able to be a part of the selection process, so that they were really able to pick out programs that really enhanced the curricular goals that were being met through our literacy themes here at our school. So they felt that it really helped to enable them to have the literature and the curriculum come alive for them. So I would say that that's a lot of the feedback that I got from the teachers. So very positive. As far as the impact of the Hartford Performs program on student achievement, I would have to say that the program just was wonderful in that it met the needs of all of our diverse learners. I also saw for our students of diverse learning needs that, because again the programs were hands-on, they involved viewing performances, being able to interact with the artists on a very different level, ask questions at the end of the plays. For those students, it made the learning more interactive and really provided them with that opportunity to not just have a reading just be a reading, but them also be able to focus on the different story elements of a narrative, and that was seen throughout our entire program. I think for the students to have artists in the building, it really impacted who they saw as artists, particularly when the viewpoint for children, I think at our school, is that the art teacher is the artist, and the ways that you, I guess, have art in your life is through viewing art, maybe going to a museum, and so that was something that definitely with our students going to the Wadsworth Athenaeum, they really had an exposure to being able to critically look at art, analyze the art, so that expanded what they believed about art. But also with having the different kinds of artists come in, they also got to see that artists aren't just people that draw and do maybe more visual representations of art. Artists are also people that work within our city, like the city planning architect that came in. They got to see how art was embedded in that type of career choice. So it really expanded their knowledge of art, that art is also through drama, and we had lots of opportunities to go to the Bushnell and other programs, and that really helped them to see that that type of representation of art is also valid and is inclusive of art.
Hi, I'm Robert Travellini, principal at the Dr. James H. Naylor CCSU Leadership Academy. Well, it has given our students an opportunity to experience art in different forms and in different ways and in different places, both visual art and musical art and theater art. Because we here at Naylor are looking at transitioning our instruction to include more project-based types of learning components as well as experiential learning, this arts component that is being offered through Hartford Performs aligns beautifully with that endeavor. Our kids need to apply their learning, and what better way to do that than through the arts? It's been very exciting to have professional artists, those connected with the various art forms, mediums, etc., here in the building. It's allowed our students to connect with these individuals in a way that you can't do by going to a theater or a larger venue and seeing a performance. They actually get to interact more closely, be able to ask questions, etc. I think the relationship is important, that intimacy is important for our kids, and it really has been a successful experience for everyone. With the connection to project-based learning and experiential learning, it gives a venue for our students to apply what they learn, to transfer what they're learning in the classroom. This then allows them to work at then transferring information that they've learned in the classroom better on such things as the CMT or other assessments. Our kids are very challenged with that, in that they may be successful in learning in one venue. When they have to transfer that learning, that then becomes difficult for them. the arts venue allows them, again, through application, to transfer that learning component. And we've actually seen some nice impact there at all grade levels in regards to that, especially with our middle school students, which are usually a more challenging group to be able to connect with and have that happen. The teachers really have found it to be a positive experience. They appreciate the alignment to what they're doing. For example, the alignment to writing, to reading, to math. That has been huge for them. They've also been able to experience through that venue because they're actually actively involved in the process, both in planning with the artists, etc. That, again, connection, just like with our students, that intimacy and being involved in the process. I think it's also helped them understand how important the arts are in regards to a learning component and the impact that the arts can have in that setting. So that's been huge. And both the artists and the teachers learning from one another in regards to how to move forward with that and how to best impact our students in regards to the area that they're working on. Well, one of our greatest challenges for our students is the transferring of what they learn in the classroom or in a single setting into a different setting. So, for example, the struggle for them is learning or understanding, comprehending a particular component within the classroom-based situation and then transferring that onto, say, like a CMT. They're able to learn how to do that transference through the arts because, again, it's application-oriented. So it's nice to have that learning component, that alignment in regards to what they're doing in the classroom, and then be able to start applying that within an arts component. And that allows them to learn how to make that transference in a much more successful way. We've been able to start to see some of that impact, especially with our older kids in grades 7 and 8. In addition, our kids, when they come in and start here in pre-K kindergarten, have a huge oral language gap. And so reading obviously becomes the challenge for them because the oral language is the foundation in order for reading development. And so with that gap, having them participate in various art forms, song, theater, etc. We use a lot of readers' theater, for example, here. That again allows them to be able to apply their knowledge, express what they're learning, etc. in some different venues. It also is a huge motivational component for our students to be able to do that through a different medium. And we have found that some of our students who motivationally are not, in a sense, involving themselves in the various activities that we have within our classrooms, when they end up in a theater situation or a different situation in which to operate, all of a sudden, they get turned on by that experience and they roll with it. We've seen a lot of non-readers become readers very quickly because of that excitement of being able to do something different in a different venue with that. So it really has impacted when you talk about achievement in a lot of different ways.